back, everyone. And here we are. And the earth is still turning and the sun is still going around the earth. Or that's not right, is it? No. Anyway, I'm kidding, of course. So, yeah, so welcome back to our, it's good to be here again. It's good to create this energy and field. And I mean, seriously, one of the most important things we have to do in our earth journeys is to wake up, stay awake, and give our gifts to the world. And I don't think there's really, in most cases, there's any way to do it without working on it and ongoing practice. So that's why we're here, to hopefully to give you tools that we can all use together and individually to grow up and wake up and give our gifts and find peace in the midst of the storm, and find that ultimately everything is really okay. You know, and that's what we find. It's really great that your deepest self is your best self. And you don't have to be scared when you go deep. Sometimes you might find scary things, because we all have scary things. You know, we all have our own shadows, and we all have our collective shadows, and we all have God knows what else is there, but we keep finding more and more. It seems to be almost infinite what we are. But here we are doing something really good and positive. And what we're doing today is In, Out, Through Volume 1. And this is it's a really interesting track. The music was created by, or the entrainment sound was created by Lee Spoosta. If you guys know anything about WeAwake, you know Lee. He's an amazing guy, musician, artist, scientist, etc. He's a real modern day alchemist when it comes to sound and consciousness. He created the sound. And Judith Pennington, who has been a friend and a colleague for many years, and I think you can see her hooking me up to a brain machine at some place on YouTube, where I was listening to, I think, the Deep Delta, and seeing what brain waves would emerge. And it was great. It was this perfect awakened mind thing. So I was like, yay, Deep Delta. And hopefully it stuck around and helped a bit with myself also. So yeah, so anyway, she was also a student of Anna Wise. And if you guys don't know Anna Wise, you should. She's written some great books, and she was one of the pioneers of understanding brainwave states and how they related to meditation and spiritual experience and consciousness, etc. Really good. And if you know, we see far, we are hamsters sitting on Anna's shoulder. Get that image. Anyway, so Judith is a student of hers, and she's just an extraordinary woman. You know, she's done a lot of work on herself. She's full of grace and wisdom and just crystalline intelligence and compassion. Anyway, I can't say enough good things about her. But she's the one who's reading this, the meditation created by her friend and mentor and teacher, Anna Wise. And it's beautiful. There's a definitely powerful transmission there. And this is called Gathering Energy. It's track 2 in Out and Through Volume 2. And it's just what it says. It is a way to gather the energy, the prana, the chi, the Holy Spirit, whatever you want to call that, into us. And when that happens, it's all kinds of remarkable things happen. It breaks off the old barnacles in our psychic keels and clears us up and opens us to be able to enter into our true being and our true creative selves. And also helps us to heal and get through and transcend our stuff. You know, I was talking yesterday about this on the podcast, that sometimes there's hurts and wounds that don't go away, and at least not in this mortal shot. And it just doesn't, you know, you can't meditate them away or work them away. They're there. But what you can do is you can transcend them, so that the subject, or that which was the I before, becomes the it. Oh, there's my grief about losing my parents, you know. Instead of controlling my life, it's like it's there, you know, and I honor it and bless it, and still there, and it'll never go away. But it's held in a much larger and more conscious container of context. So why don't we do this thing? and it is 20 minutes. And I think you're going to like it. So just, sit up straight, assume the position. And my old friend Gregory Martin says, sit like you're one of these statues on one of the temples from the East. And, you're a king or a queen or a prince or a princess or something like that. So keep your spine straight. If you can, if you can't, God loves you anyway. But if you can't, do it and relax your shoulders. Really good thing is to just relax your whole body as we go into this, and relax your tongue. That's something I've been working with. And, you have relaxed tongue, everything seems to follow. So, all right, I'll be quiet now. We can do this thing.
Close your eyes and allow your mind to remember your meditation state. Remember the depth of meditation, what it feels like inside. What your landmarks and keys are. And begin to return to that place now. Begin to take that depth of meditation into you. It's almost a sense of moving through different states of consciousness as you go down. Down and in. Down and in. Down and in. As you move deeper into your meditation, you can feel the various tensions in your body letting go. Throughout your body, waves of relaxation and release. Letting go. Allow any thoughts, images, or outside disturbances to become completely irrelevant as you move into that deeper state.
awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Judith. And thank you, Anna. Thank you, team, for making these things available. And thanking God for helping us remember to remember, I think, we need to do that. I'm meditating every morning with a young man. I was thinking of inviting Pam and my wife, the one that's out in space right now, to come in and spend a few minutes with us, walk in or out. She's busy, but just remembering God. That's a really good thing to do. Remember the source, remember who we are and what we are. And definitely not as an idea, which it can be an idea too. But the idea of God is not enough. It has to be the experience. And I just say God because that's the word I'm comfortable with. I started on a God journey when I was around 11 years old. Then I went through a goddamn cult. And the word God became really hard for me to use, but my years of struggling and going, oh, what is so? What is the truth? Because I had to, when I went out of that, I had to start all over again because I didn't know what I knew. I didn't know what was true and what was not. So I did whatever any rational human being would do. I joined the United States Army. And it was pretty hard, the training and the pushing. And after basic training, I thought my first name was Shut Up. Shut up, Dupuy. Shut up. Anyway, but it wasn't as hard as being in a cult. That was hard. The military is pretty honest. They're just getting ready to make a soldier out of you and teaching you to fight, to defend, and you know what soldiers do in the best sense of the word, right? And of course, we realize now that we still need soldiers, and we still need people who will defend those who can't defend themselves, because there are still, there are still people in the world that are acting as if this is the 1300s, and they want to go expand the empire and enslave people and, build big statues of themselves and have great as a prefix, or maybe it's a suffix. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. So so God bless the soldiers that are there to protect us. So the Army was easy. And one of the things we've been, check out this series of talks and conversations we're having on the Deep Transformation podcast. Boy, it's really working. I'm with Roger Walsh, who, if you guys know anything about humanistic psychology, transpersonal psychology, integral psychology, he's been there, written all kinds of good books, and it's just a really, really learned man, a scholar and practitioner. And we had hoped that it would be something that would make me a better person, that would transform me. And it's happening, and we run into all kinds of subjects that keep coming up. Psychedelics often comes up because a lot of people got their first openings through that method. And while they can be really good and blessed, they're not enough. You still got to practice. And people have gone through cults and teachers and found kind of the dark side of spirituality. But one of the things that is true about real teachers are healthy, good spiritual teachers. And sometimes it's good, to have somebody teach you, because you can save a lot of time. When I got out of the cult, I said I would never have another spiritual teacher. Done. If I can't find God on my own, I got to find God. And I've certainly had a lot of teachers ever since then, and I would say teachers with a small t, not with the capital T. As in, getting to what is a unhealthy teacher. It's one who becomes a black hole and just wants to suck everything into themselves. you have value only because you're with me and I'm the highest poobah that ever was, and on again, same ridiculous story. And you have to cut off yourself from your common sense and probably from your conscience, right? And it's really, really rough, because there's real power in those things too. And you have these altered states and blah, 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 blah. And you're next to the big poobah, and, maybe you're getting poobah juice on you or something. Anyway, it's hard. And, but the true teacher is the one that points you into yourself, right? Because the guru you need lives in your heart, right there. The sage you need is right there inside of you. And every true sage and every true teacher will point you to go inside. That's where you'll find it. And Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within you. So all you got to do is get in there and look. And that's why we, in meditation, right, was invented, discovered, I don't know what it was, but in all these different traditions from around the world to take us out of our normal kind of relational, survival-oriented consciousness into this deeper place where we find purpose, meaning, spirit, the transcendent. And it's all right there. We take the time. And I think we can also ask for help too. I think it's okay to pray, and it's okay to, and if you don't believe in God, say, okay, God, I don't believe in you. I don't have any good reason to. So if you're real and you want me to know anything about you, kind of show me. That's a pretty good prayer. And, the universe is faithful. Yeah. So look inside, gather the energy, and keep working through your stuff and working through our stuff. And like I said, I don't think it ever totally goes away, but we can transcend it. And when we transcend it, those wounds and those hurts become a source of wisdom, energy, and compassion. And that's the journey we're on. And it doesn't end. It seems to go on and on and on and on. It seems to go on after death as well as that. So it's one of the things we can realize in our practice that, death ain't quite as big a deal as you think it is. It's a big deal. It's a shift. It's a purification. But it ain't, it's not that's all, folks. And don't take my word for it, right? Go inside. Seek, and you shall find, Jesus said. Knock, and it shall be open. And it's pretty true. And it doesn't, it's not as quick as a text or an email, but it shows up. It does. And normally people report when we begin having these awakening experiences, it's like, I didn't know that. It's like, oh, I knew that. It's more like a remembering and coming back home. So take the time to relax yourself and relax into your heart and relax your mind and go inside. And do it alone, do it with other people, do it in the woods, do it in the mountains, do it in the underground, do it in a taxi cab, do it wherever you are. And I think Jesus said something about prayer. He said the stuff that you do in the closet will manifest openly in the world. People will sense something about you, or your presence will help people, or your maybe help people to have some hope, help people to go deeper, help people to feel love and feel connection and light in the darkness. So I guess that's enough. Anyway, love you guys. Thank you for showing up, and keep having fun and keep practicing. And it's pretty good stuff. I really enjoy it at this point. So anyway, thanks guys for being here.